18 degrees tomorrow. Up top, literally no change for Darwin. You've got a sunny 31.
Thank you, Nate. Well, we are just minutes away from hearing the first test of the AusAlert system. At 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, phones across the country will sound a 10-second siren as the government tests its new emergency warning system. ABC's Jeremy Fernandez is at Sydney Central Station for us to see how this all plays out. I don't know about you, Jez, but I'm pretty excited. What can we expect with this test?
I am too, actually.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, for a TV presenter, are you one of the ones who takes your phone secretly into the studio? Have you turned your phone off, or are we going to hear the sound on your end as well?
I overtly bring it in here because I do work on it sometimes, but it has been taken away from me for this very reason, because this is a test that goes around the country.
Exactly. This is going to be quite an unusual experience for all of us around the country. Everyone's phone, most devices around Australia, are going to be tested and sent this alert. This is just a test. If you receive this message at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, it's 1:30 South Australian Time, Central Time, and midday in the West, you're going to be hearing this test alert. Now, this comes out of an understanding that the current system that we rely on to receive emergency messages, say there's an immediate threat to your safety in your area, we currently rely on a system that sends text messages. Now, we know from you and me know, sometimes you send a text message, you receive a text message, it arrives minutes, hours, days later, sometimes not at all. And during previous bushfires, cyclones, we know that people who were relying on those emergency messages did not receive them. So this is a technology called cell broadcast technology. It still uses mobile phone towers, but doesn't send it by text message. This one automatically blasts your phone. So anytime now, in roughly 10 seconds, we're going to be seeing people's phones go off. We're at Central Station in Sydney, where people's phones are going to be going off. Well,
it's bang on 2, so we will wait. Your phone's obviously, there we go.
There you go, right on time, Kath. This is the, I'm just going to hold this up to my microphone. Let's see, people kind of looking at their phones. Seems like most people are not too alarmed by it, and there, that's gone. It's lasted, what, 5 seconds, if that, and it's come up with this notification, if I can just point this out to you. Critical message, test message, AusAlert. This is a test of AusAlert, Australia's new emergency warning system. No action is required. So there we go. We can tell from just looking around the room here that it works.
Okay, take a little bit of a look around, because to me that seemed as though in that little pocket of Sydney where you are at Central Station, not many people were looking at their phones when that alarm was going off. Or did you get the sense that they were?
There was some looking around. I've got my...
Here we go. This is live pictures
people
here.
Were looking at their phones.
Okay.
People were looking at their phones. I've got someone with me right now, our producer, whose phone did not go off. Now, this is part of the test because it hasn't been entirely clear. Alice, do you want to show your phone here? So this is Alice's phone, mostly sunny, 2:01. No emergency alert received. Now, we presume that this phone is one of the ones that is on the system, should have received the alert, but this is part of the test to work out why certain phones, certain devices work, certain ones don't. I do know of at least one little boy, Kath, who went to school with his device today that was not meant to be in class, and he called his mum in a panic to ask what he should do with his device if it goes off in class. There are people who will be at funerals today.
Yeah, of course.
There are people who are in emergency situations, like domestic violence situations, who have a secret device that they want to keep kind of quiet. So there are various kind of circumstances in which they want to test exactly how this technology works and how it interacts with different types of software, different devices, their ages, and whether they're on aeroplane mode, whether they have a deactivated SIM card in them. AusAlert is now looking for feedback from the public, Kath.
Well, that was going to be my next question to you, Jez. What happens now? The test has been run. Is the system active, or do they go now through they look at the investigation of just how today went?
That's exactly right. They go through a system of checking how the system works, how it's interacted with various devices. Did it reach all of Australia? Because this particular test that you might have heard just a moment ago stretches all the way from the islands off the east coast of Australia, Lord Howe, right through the main continent, Tasmania, right up to Christmas Island. And so everyone will have received this message at roughly the same time. This system now rolls out in October, Kath, and we join some 30 other countries that have similar systems that already run. So the United States, UK, Japan, South Korea, they already have some cell broadcast technology that allows authorities to blast these alerts to phones. Now, I do want to clarify something because this has come up in conversation with a few friends in the last few days. This is only going to be authorised for use by certain federal agencies and state and territory agencies in the event of an emergency. You are not going to get ambush marketing, no Black Friday sale notifications, the U2 album's not going to be downloaded on your phone. This is very, very specifically for an emergency.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, things like, I believe the suggestions are the legitimate hazards such as bushfires, floods, cyclones, earthquakes, public safety issues as well. And I wonder though, Jez, can it be geofenced? So is it always a national alert or can it be geofenced to certain areas?
This will be a very rare occasion where it is a national alert. What is really cool about this technology is that it can be isolated to an area of 160 metres of accuracy. So technically speaking, a particular building where people in that particular building or a city block or a small neighbourhood are in immediate danger, the test alert, the alert can be sent to people in that area very, very specifically rather than kind of blasting everyone anywhere.
Yeah.
Now, I want to pull in a couple of people here who have just received the test alert. What's your name?
I'm Anthony.
Did you receive the test alert a moment ago?
I didn't get it. I was on Do Not Disturb and it just didn't come through. I didn't get a notification or anything.
Okay, have you taken your phone off Do Not Disturb and has anything popped up in your phone?
Still got nothing on here.
Oh, interesting. And what about you?
I did get it.
Okay.
I just thought I was getting a phone call. I was really confused.
So you weren't expecting it?
No, I wasn't expecting it. I remember hearing about it and then everyone being like, oh, it's going to happen at 2 o'clock. And then I was like, oh, I'm getting a phone call. And
Now, you're both, what's device have you got? It's an iPhone?
I've got an iPhone 15 and you've got...
iPhone 12. I've got an iPhone 12.
iPhone 12. Okay, so we're seeing kind of pockets where this is not quite working. Have you been in a situation before where you would have found this kind of alert useful?
I can't say I have personally, but I'm sure there are definitely situations that it would be useful for.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes there would be situations where you wouldn't want your phone going off though.
Of course,
So I feel
yes.
like it's a to and from.
Now, here's a test. Do you know how to deactivate that sound on your phone?
I have no idea. I didn't realize, but I think I heard about people deactivating it, but I kind of just didn't really think it was a big problem.
So here's the thing, you can't actually deactivate it unless you turn your phone off or disconnect it from the mobile tower altogether. But we're all going through a bit of a learning curve here.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, thanks for talking to us. Much appreciated.
Hey,
now,
Jez.
Kath, about this geolocating. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you, we're getting news in
I just
from the
wanna-
newsroom that the alerts came in for some people but somewhat later. I wonder if your producer Alice there has received the alert any later since you last checked in.
Hey, Alice, has your notification come in? Nope, still no notification.
Okay.
I want to go back to that geolocating thing,
Yes.
just to explain how it works. So let's say you're in far north Queensland on holiday from, say, the Pilbara. If you are in that area, you will receive the emergency alert because you are in the immediate area of danger. But let's say you are from far north Queensland, you have a home there, and you're taking a holiday in Margaret River, you will not receive the test alert because your phone is not geolocated to the area of the emergency. So that's how that's going to work.
Gotcha.
But there are other circumstances, and there are those who are raising concerns about just how expansive this alert system is, because if you are on a satellite phone, it's not going to work. If you're on an older device, it's not going to work. There are plans, I think, down the track to roll this out to landlines as well. But for now, this is very much a work in progress. Hopefully by October it rolls out and it works a bit better. More people get the message on their watches or their phones, and then they keep refining it from there.
Well, there's 3 months to go to find out, and no doubt we will get feedback as to how this test today went. Jeremy Fernandez joining us there from Central Station in Sydney. Thank you.